Oh, welcome to the Brown Load, everybody. Welcome, boys. Hello, boys. We're online. We're online together.
Kedge, why are we online?
We're online because there's a bout of COVID flying around in the household. And so therefore, and because I'm caring and responsible citizen of this nation, which is basically a third world nation, I thought I would not risk Tommy and jeopardize his holiday plans, as he's just 2 days away from, the most exciting trip of his life to Canada to spend with his in-laws.
Wonderworld, didn't it or something?
Wonderworld, yeah.
You know what? I don't know if you're being sarcastic there, but I am very much looking forward to it.
Are you?
Because I'm going with my in-laws.
Yeah, no,
because it's not my family.
Well, yeah, you mentioned
I told you this.
Yeah, you're just going to sit in the corner.
Bruv, I got 1 clap for food, 2 claps for drinks, 3 claps for I'm ready for bed. Can someone get my biscuit already? And I'm going to go lie down.
Let's have a dance.
Oh, I wonder what you're going to say there. I'm like,
no.
Like 4 claps for, those aren't my hands clapping.
They clap 4 times and then you've got to do a dance. That's the thing that you don't know.
There you go. Yeah. So anyway, just to point out, so there's some COVID flying around Kedge's house. So that's why he's kindly not come over to mine today. Because yes, I'm going to Canada. I got a little Canada update for you in just a moment. But you just mentioned third world country. I just want to pick up on that. You went in this third world country that we live in. Yeah. Can I tell you? I had third world country travel problems today.
Oh my God. I've literally had third world issues all week.
Okay. Shall we, by the way, do you want to just get some stuff off our chest? Should we do that? This is, duksuk, open it up.
Yeah, we like to have a little duksuk moment. Yeah.
Yeah. Sach, you already look annoyed that me and Kedge are going to go automatically into moan mode.
It's cool. You can carry on.
I think Sach can add to the look. Sach will be able to add to the look.
I've never got anything to moan about. I'm going to sit here and listen to you boys.
Go on then.
Brilliant. Well, okay. So it started with, it is my journey back from Bradford. So this weekend, I was in Bradford in Yorkshire for the Bradford Curry Mela and Awards. 2-day kind of outdoor event, food being cooked by chefs. And I was just hosting food sessions. And you know me, I love my food. So just to be there with wicked chefs making, by the way, a lot of veggie stuff. There was papri chaat, aloo tikki chaat, a paneer with these crispy chutney on top. And then there was 1 chicken dish. So that was, the ratio. The crispy chutney, I know, like fried, were a bit like, they're like you get with the.
Was that an English chef?
No. The English chef.
Crispy chutney? Yeah, I'm sorry, what's that?
I know.
Is that like vegetarian popcorn chicken?
Look, it just works. My point is, I was around loads of chefs cooking. What, you don't like the out of it. They were master chef contestant chefs there.
Yeah, but who decides they're master chef?
Well, actually, this girl rather.
I mean, you two could both bang on that Kedge is master chef.
You're a master chief. It's slightly different. Slightly different. So anyway, my point is, wicked food, eating all good. But this morning, got up to get on the train to come home, and weirdly, and you know me, I'm not a forward thinker, forward planner, right? No, I look on the app, right? Yeah, I look on the app. And it says all the trains from Leeds, because I had to get the Bradford to Leeds, Leeds to London. Leeds trains cancelled, delayed. So I think, best thing I can do is get down to Leeds earlier. No, exactly. So, and there's no strikes, nothing like that. So I don't know what was going on. I still don't know to this moment, right, what was going on. So then I get to Leeds, I look at it, and they're all like cancelled. They didn't even say delayed now. They're all gone. I went to the guy, I said, how do I get from Leeds to London? What services are there? Yeah. He went, mate, you ain't going to London today. Not from Leeds. Straight. You know when someone tells you that and you suddenly go, okay, I need to get home. What do? I thought, do I hire a car? Do I leave the train station, go, right, go hire a car, drop it off in London? Fine. I'm out of here. I'm going to just get myself out. In the end, went via Manchester and then came home. So I got the train to Manchester, changed at Manchester and got to London that way. That's on my third world, this is the whole point of this, my third world train to London from Manchester on this tutti-frutti, like going around the houses journey. I got a bunda opposite me. Now the train's packed because everybody from Leeds has gone to Manchester to get to London. So the train's jam-packed. There's not a seat free, but the bunda opposite me wants to put his bag on the chair that we're on a table. His wife as well opposite him. I came over to her and I said, oh, is anyone sat there? She goes, it's reserved. I said, oh, is it reserved for you or someone with you? She goes, no, it's just reserved for someone. She didn't want me there, right?
Yeah, she didn't want you.
And I went, it's fine. I said, I think they're cancelling.
Good excuse. You've got to grow some, isn't it, to say that? Because I would not know how to say that, but that is brilliant. It's reserved. And then you go, what, yours? And she goes, Tenuki?
Yeah, she goes, no, it's reserved for someone. She goes, and meaning like, if you go in this seat, you're going to take someone else's chair. Yeah. And I said, oh, actually, I think
because she has to be the protector of that person who's not there yet. You know, she's the law-abiding citizen.
Sorry, train inspector.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you're right, but Ked, you're backing me up on this one because it's like, you're right. I felt instantly, you shouldn't sit here. It's not your chair. It's reserved for someone. Stay out of it. But I went, look, I said, I think they're cancelling all seat reservations because there's loads of cancellations on trains. She goes, well, I do hope this one's going. Like, go stay at me now.
Yeah. I go, because you're Asian, and so therefore all Asian people drive trains. Hello? Right. So it's your fault.
Get to the front of the train.
This one's on. That's why I'm on it. This one's moving. So, and then she lets me in, like proper dookie, like I've made her do 50 push-ups and do 10 burpees for me. I'm like, so she lets me in. And then straight away, as soon as I sit down, I think, oh God, I got to go mutter. I got to go for a pee.
But I thought, you're that annoying bloke. Yes, it is. You've annoyed her. You've annoyed her, and now you want to go for a mutter.
Right. So then I look opposite Bunda. He's got his headphones on. He's watching something on his iPad. He's got something on his chair. Everyone stood around him. No one said anything to him, and he just left his black bag on the chair.
It's out of order.
You know what? You're out of order. And then his wife opposite, the one who was difficult with me taking a seat, she starts watching Coronation Street on her little device. She hasn't plugged in her headphones. Coronation Street is playing to the whole carriage. It's full blast. And obviously, I've already caused a bit of an upset with her by just being there, right? Yeah. So I'm looking around at other people. No one's saying anything. Everyone's happy with Coronation.
They wanted to watch it as well. There's nothing wrong with that.
They were listening to it. And I'm like going, what is this? I just had my headphones on. I thought, well, if I turn mine up loud enough, then I can drown it out. But you come and think, what world is this? And then you kind of go, oh, and the Brits always say, don't they? Oh, we gave India, empire. When they're talking about empire, we gave India the railways. We gave you the railway. I'm like, mate, you can have the railways back because if that's the railways you've given us, that's a pile of poop.
What was the issue anyway? Well, how come you couldn't get back from Leeds? Why was everything cancelled? Was it leaves on the track? Are we in that season yet?
No. Not leaves on every track, on every service, on every train. I don't know what was going on. I know there's some train disruption plan for like strike work coming up.
Yeah, tomorrow.
I don't even know. You know what? This is the child in me. I don't care. I don't care what it is. Fact is, I can't get home. Let me just work out my way home, and everyone else wants to carry on can carry. That's always been my problem in life. I think it's apathy. Ked, you would have looked into it. You would have gone, let me find out what's going on here, maybe, and done a bit of homework. But I was done. I was like, look, I'm getting myself home via Euston.
I was just thinking about like the thing you said there, where like no one said anything about the lady and her, everyone hearing Coronation Street. Now, if that was you, Tommy, and you were listening to aggressive Bhangra and your headphones out, do you reckon people would
That's a track I'm not familiar with.
Do you reckon someone would have told you, by the way, mate, your little jack ain't in the hole?
Yeah. You're hanging out. If they said, oh yeah, your jack hanging out.
Did you tell her? Did you tell her or no?
I didn't tell her. Okay. Because I drowned it out with my headphones. And also I just felt like, well, it's clearly not bothering anyone else. She's a very old lady. She was there was so many wrinkles. It was like, like when they're so skinny and so on. I'm like, I'm just not going to get involved here. No, and I sound like Kedge. I kedged out on it. Like how you sometimes Kedge don't confront the situation. Yeah, no. Then you moan about it afterwards.
I'm full of kedged out this week as well because
here we go.
Third world update from London this week. As always, the online Tesco grocery. I always book it same time, same day, and this Monday I was like chasing it. I rang up after an hour. Where is it? Sorry, sir. It's, and they tell me it's come to this depot and then it's gone to this depot and then I don't have access to this. And I'm like, bruv, I know about your depots and where it goes because I ring you up every week. But I don't want to get angry at him because he's just doing his job and he doesn't know, right? But there's obviously some massive malfunction at Tesco. Now, I'm sorry, I'm going to, We've got to name and shame them. Tesco, this is terrible. Like, so then they said, so I rang them up at 7 o'clock. I said, where's the food? Because it's the weekly shop. Do you know what I mean? And without the weekly shop, there's no orange juice, the basic necessities, bread, eggs, all of that. Where is it? And then they go, well, the thing is, it should be on its way. And, we deliver till 11 o'clock at night, they said. So, hang in there. I'm like, hello, I'll go to sleep at 10 o'clock. What am I supposed to do till 11 o'clock?
Wait, open the door at 11, innit? That's what you're meant to do.
Do you know what I mean? So I went, anyway, I said, look, I need to, and I tried to get angry, but I can't get angry because I know that it's not his fault and he's just someone who's answering the phone. So I just go, the thing is, because I'd rather than know that if I can go Tesco now while it's open, quickly do some basic shopping because, at the end of the day, people in the house expect food tomorrow. And he goes, yeah, no, I totally understand that. So I'm really sorry. There's nothing more I can do. Anyway, I went to sleep. No one rang the doorbell. Wow. And I'm back to square one. So I've had to book another slot. Luckily, I found a slot this morning that's coming later tonight, hopefully at 8 o'clock, which is going to mess with, obviously, the England game. But anyway, I've got to do what I've got to do. But let's see if that gets delivered. And I'm like, but the thing...
you're the Wally, Kedge. Because you should have just gone in the car and gone shopping today.
No, but what if they delivered it? What if they delivered it? Then I've got double shopping. Then
you just say, we'll take it back. Like, you're taking the Michael now, like, honestly. So waiting for you. Can you not cancel it?
This is the advice that I need because I don't know how to complain about this. This has happened on a regular basis. They fob me off with a voucher, £10 this, £10 out, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, but how do you, like if this was my business, if Brownload was consistently not delivering an episode every week, do you know what I mean? They go straight to the source and they go straight into the DMs and they know that it's going to be picked up. But who is the bop or the bopess of Tesco that we need to get in touch with and go
sort this out?
This is what kind of world situation are we in that you're supposed to be? You got van drivers, they're not being delivered. Why are they not doing this? What depot? Where's the issue? Why are we not got enough people?
I don't know what it is, whether it's your accent or something else, but every time you say depot, I'm thinking of depot, hey Sham Badi Diwani. I think depot. Hey Sham Badi Delivery. There's a remix.
Lovely.
Depot, where is my delivery? I'm telling you this. I think you're right. I think that's, by the way, I've always said this, that's the Desi in you that wants to know, who can I speak to? There's a bundle.
I always go for the source.
That runs it.
For the source. That's what I mean. It's no point in me having to go at the dude who's just, blessed from Ireland answering the phone.
He's a victim of the system.
You can't
do anything.
And I don't want to give him a bad day. Poor guy's probably been on the phone for 15 hours or something in a day. He's got probably a family he's going home to, and he doesn't want to go, oh, there was that one guy who's having a go at me, and he's going to go, what, do you think I run Tesco?
Yeah.
So
I think the way to complain, if ever you want to, is with love. You got to want to help.
No, that's fine. I will do it. Love, hugs, and kisses, but I don't know who to do it to.
I don't know about that. I think sometimes you've got to give it some, and then you get something.
No, I disagree, Sach. Never ever give it some. You don't need to.
I'm not sure.
I'll be honest, Sach. You're big guy. I'm big guy. If we give it some, it reacts the wrong way. Kedge can give it all he likes.
No, but I'm not saying it in an aggressive way, but just you got to you can't let someone take the pee.
No. Yeah, but I think that the fact of the matter is that it's becoming literally pea Britain. We are having the pea taken out of us at every corner of our state of life at the moment, whether it's groceries, petrol, gas, electricity. Did you hear that man? The gas and what's his name again? The money saving fella. He said if your bill's at £200 at the moment on gas and electricity, by the next increase it's going to be about 350. Like what? This is that's just madness. Like what? 350 for what? Doing nothing, for sleeping in my house.
It's getting very real.
I think we need to, Kedge, especially you need to start getting rid of some electrical stuff in your house because you just buy all sorts of. First thing needs to go is a PS5.
Oh no, don't. Well, God, no, you sound like my parent.
I was thinking about it. I was like, well, that's the first thing that should go because that is a waste of energy.
Why? No.
It's a waste of it.
I get 1 hour of gaming, if that, on a night. If that, right. 1 hour. I mean,
so what's that? About couple of quid, let's say.
Yeah, but that's like
times that by 7. That's 20 quid.
Oh my God! Right. Don't forget the controller charging.
Yeah, well there you go. You go then. Sell the whole thing. You'll be making money.
So So top 5 most consuming of electricity devices in your house.
Here we go.
Number 5 is all your cooking stuff. That's your air fryer.
Yeah. What is that name? That guy? What's that guy's name?
Martin
Lewis.
Lawrence.
Martin Lewis.
Martin Lewis. He
Martin
said,
Lawrence is a comedian
From Bad Boys.
Martin
the guy
Lewis
from
said
Bad Boys,
that. He goes, it's the kitchen appliances are the worst. He goes, you've got to switch them off and unplug them.
Yeah.
And unplug them.
And then top of the list, just is wet appliances, washing machines, dishwashers, tumble dryers.
Oh, so now we just have to all stink and walk around the planet.
Yeah. Basically, wash your kapre like Desi style on a rock.
In a
smash them up.
bathtub.
Yeah. Go down
that
to the
big
river.
dunda and slap it.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
I beg your pardon, Ked.
That's what they do, isn't it?
We're talking about washing clothes, yeah, nothing else.
Yeah.
That's how you wash it down there, Ked. You just take out your dunda and slap it.
I'm familiar au fait with that situation. I've done it many a time.
So with Tommy sort of, in trouble with the trains and Kedge getting into a fight with Tesco's.
Hold on, just to point out, Sach, I didn't get arrested on the trains, so I wasn't in trouble.
Okay,
I didn't do a Sach.
Only Sach has got the title for that.
I've only been that's me, and I don't think it's not going to happen to anyone else, to be fair. The thing that I've sort of been weary about this week is COVID, because I'm just thinking.
Yeah,
it's around me. People I know around me are getting it. It's another wave. That people that had it, the first time are now getting it again. Obviously, there might not be as sick as before, but I was just like, gosh, we need to really be careful about this. And on the weekend, I actually kind of elbowed someone out the way. You're a bit close. You're a bit close.
You did what?
Because they just come up to you and just try grabbing your head and putting their arm around. I'm like, bruv, can you keep a bit of distance? Like
grabbing your head while you're DJing.
Yeah.
Grabbing your head. What?
Yeah.
What? Are they drunk?
Tommy would know what I'm on about. Of course they are.
People grab my head because I'm bored.
No, but Tommy's bald. You've got people can tell that. Oh, you've styled your hair.
No, but it's like they just come and try to talk to you, and I'm like, bruv, can you keep your distance? Like number one,
and
your breath stinks.
Spit, in your face.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. It's like they've come and they're talking to me, spitting all over me. Some of their starters have probably gone in my ear. I don't know.
Oh, beautiful.
It's just disgusting. I'm just like, keep your distance, and I think people are just forgetting that. We need to just keep our distance a little bit.
Yeah. No one wears mask. I'm still the plonker who wears a mask throughout the whole of the underground journey. And I was, some people at work said, "Ked, you wearing your mask again?" I went, "Mate, I haven't been, I haven't taken it off. I'm just keeping that on because I just think it's flying around. Like today, my God, there was one guy who sat like 2 seats away from me and he was coughing, sneezing, but like his breathing pattern was wrong as well.
Oh,
go on. What do you mean?
Did you get your stethoscope out and check him out? Check him over.
Now that, because once you start breathing a certain way, you start noticing other people's breathing pattern. And there was 2 people I've noticed now. Like there was one guy in a meeting that I was in, and he had very short breath. And he was like, so he talks and he goes, and he's like, so he's talking and he goes, and it's like, it's a very short breath. I'm like, bruv, that's not good. You need to, and I really feel like, I know him, and I feel like telling him, bruv, you need to check that out. And the guy today, his breathing pattern was not right. You could just tell it's not right.
So funny you say that. The old woman next to me was breathing like this.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. And I thought, because obviously I just sat down, I thought, oh crap, I got to put up with this all the way. Like, it was like that breath of anger, like, I'm holding it in.
Oh, no, but that might be because of you, Tommy, and you've...
she'd already wound her up.
But she did it for 2.5 hours. So it can't...
she was livid the whole way back to London. I don't know.
Even with Coronation Street going on, she was still screaming.
It was either you or her husband who'd wound her up.
Yeah, someone did.
And I always notice it on stag do's, like when you go with your boys and stuff, how people sleep differently and snore differently. You're like, oh my God. Guys are disgusting. Guys are just, like, I would hate to be. Yeah.
There's it's actually come to a point now where if I'm going anywhere like with my mates, like guy mates, there's only one person I'd ever share a room with, and we have that mutual understanding. I'm not coming unless I'm sharing with him.
I beg your pardon?
Do you know what I mean?
You mean that you're not going on the trip?
Going on the
I
holiday.
didn't know how close you and that guy were.
You boys know, my mate Bridge. That's the only person I share a room with.
No, I thought you were going to say me.
No, definitely not you, Kedge.
Yeah. No, but I reckon Kedge is a quiet, neat sleeper. I don't think I'm too bad. I'm smiling as I say.
Have both been there.
Can I point out, the last time we slept together was in my drinking days. And in the drinking days, you do snore different. When you're conked like that, it changes your snoring. It does. And now I promise you, I'm quiet as a mouse. And sometimes, like, don't get into the inner workings of this. Like, me and my missus won't sleep in the same bed because obviously she falls asleep with a little one in the other room.
Right.
And her side of the bed is immaculate the next morning. If she's fallen asleep there and I've woken up on my side of the bed, it's only my side of the bed that's ruffled. What I'm saying is, I think I'm good like that. Sach, do you? I bet you ruffle the whole thing. I bet you're a roller.
Roller?
Oh, roller.
No, I'm not a roller. Once I'm asleep, I kind of stay in one place. Like, I wake up wherever I've fallen asleep. But sometimes the duvet's the wrong way around. Like, as in,
wow,
the bit that needs to be at the bottom's at the top. I don't know how.
That's a good dream, Sach.
It just happens, isn't it? I don't know.
That is
What, do you do that without your hands? Well, that's even more impressive.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it happens, mate. Honestly. It's a party trick. It's a party trick.
The tent goes round and round.
So anyway, what you're saying is you're a little bit nervy, a little bit weary of COVID flying around again.
Yeah,
you're right.
It's just.
You know, talking of being weary about that as well. Obviously, everyone's like, so everyone wants to now get tests. I need to get tests. We don't have any tests. Where do you get tests from? Oh my God, the hunt for tests. Jesus. Where do you
test
go?
more?
Who's got
Say
tests?
test more.
Where do you go for tests?
Where do you get tests?
I went for tests. I went to Tesco. Does Tesco have tests? No. Oh, we ran out. Oh, they finally found a pharmacy who sell tests. How much is a test? £10. Oh my God, £10 for a test. For five.
Away free.
Five. They used to give them away free for 5 tests, £10. I was like, my God, what is this? Like,
hang on. Well, 5 tests in one box is a tenner. You used to get 7 in the free ones.
Exactly. And this is some next box. I don't even know where it's from. And I'm like, this is an issue. Why is the government? Rishi, hurry up. Rishi or Liz, one of you, figure this out. Let's bring the test back in. Let's get all that import stuff going in from China again. Let's get the test in because we ain't out of this yet and we are going back into it again.
Well, luckily I've stocked up. I've still got a few left.
Oh, yeah. Of course you have. How many boxes?
Look. Here we go. Look, got one right in front of me, actually, mate.
I'll do anything for a box, Dad. Send me one.
We got a little stash. Stash.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Look at you guys.
Did you not stock up on a couple when you knew that they're going to start charging you?
I felt bad. So we ordered one per house, like one person per member. And now we've used them all up. I didn't realize you have to keep going for it.
You need them.
Yeah, you need. Do I still have to do one before I travel?
Depends where you go. You got to check. You got to check.
You need to check. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to check all that, Tommy.
Yeah. Oh God. You know.
Yeah. I know he hasn't done it yet. Some people ask for COVID
I just
tests.
about got myself back from Leeds and get myself to Canada. Oh, so can I give you the Canada update now? Then, seeing as we've gone there slightly, this is very exciting for me. As you may remember, 2 weeks ago on the Brown Load, we mentioned me going to Canada's Wonderland and how I didn't get to go when I was younger, and everybody else in my family went. It still kind of scarred me. Do I go back and revisit my Canada wounds or not? Guess what?
What?
Through the magic of online connections, I am now going to Canada's Wonderland. Canada's Wonderland have contacted me. I've got an email from their PR inviting me and my family down, saying you are welcome as guests of ours to finally have the Canada Wonderland trip that you always wanted.
Oh my God, this guy.
Thank you for everybody involved in the connection of that. I won't say who.
Oh my God.
But basically, and not only that, they're giving me 2 free car parking spaces, me and another family.
God.
And I did try. I said, "Oh, how did the fast track passes work?"
Can I say, Tommy is the king of blags. I'm sorry, I've never met. How many
people did you say were in your family, Tommy?
8.
8 plus 32.
No, 8. I've got 8 tickets. I told him, I said, it's 2 family. I said, look,
honestly, everyone, just get in touch with Tommy. Any blag, Tommy will get it for you. I'm going Alton Towers, Tommy. If you can wangle that, brilliant.
I know someone who knows someone at Alton Towers, because when I bumped into someone at Alton Towers, they went, "You didn't pay to get it, did you?" I went, "Yeah, of course I did." He went, "Next time, don't do that. Just message me."
Look at that. See, this is what I mean. Tommy is well done to you, the king of blag.
But anyway, my point is,
well done, and I want you to have a good time. Really enjoy it.
I'm really am. I'm going to go. There's water parks and there's loads of these wicked rides and all the kind of roller coaster stuff and all that. So finally, I'm actually got a little bit of butterflies in my stomach when it came through. I was like, wow, that moment. I think back to that little version of me, that sort of 8-9-year-old version of me that didn't get to go Wonderland. Yeah. And then I think now to this 45-year-old revisiting it like all these years later. So that story goes full circle in a glorious way.
I hope you told your sisters and your cousins that didn't take you the first time. But like, look, check this out. Check this out.
I'm gonna send them a picture of my chitta at the front doors of Wonderland and go, kiss this.
Brilliant. And that's when you get banned and you don't get let in.
Wander down this. Anyway, so talking of butterflies, I've kind of got butterflies this week as well, because there's probably one of the biggest moments that's happening for especially our era, Tommy. Not so much Sach, but Sach has been a part of the big sort of event, and this is the last week of Neighbours on telly.
Ever.
This is it. Friday is the last episode, which you're going to miss because you ain't Canada, but it's coming to an end after 37 years. Now, I don't know if you've been hearing about it. They've been drip feeding the news, but this finale on Friday, it's going to have Kylie Minogue, Jason Donovan. Do you remember Guy Pearce? He's going to be back in it. It's the final farewell. And I'm just a little bit ducky about it. Do you know what I mean? And guess who else is coming back? Madge Bishop.
Oh, she's back for the final, is she? She must be about 900 years old.
She's only 79. Now, she
died, didn't she?
Well, Sach, well remembered. She died. And they reckon that she might be coming back as a ghost.
Oh, come off him. What is this Bollywood?
No. But I think that's really nice. It's
not. No one wants to see a ghost.
Harold's coming back. Do you remember? I did not know this, but did you know Jason Donovan's dad was in Neighbours? Bonus points if you can name who he was.
Would we know?
Yes.
It wasn't Harold Bishop. It wasn't Harold Bishop.
No, but I can't believe I didn't clock it at the time or up until today.
Jason. So who looks like Jason Donovan in the show? There's no.
Do you remember Doug?
No.
Doug and Pam.
What? Doug and Pam?
Yeah.
No.
Oh my God, he's coming back.
Kedge says it like he's his own uncle and auntie.
Doug and Pam were like everyone's uncle and eyes. Everyone wanted Doug and Pam to be part of their family. So yeah, but Doug's coming back to it as well.
Just very quickly about, so obviously, as you said, 37 years this thing has been going on.
Yeah.
How do you end something like that? What's the end going to be?
Oh, it's a hard one, isn't it? I mean, we're going to find out on Friday how you end it.
I'm thinking about it. Like,
apparently, the end shot is Kylie Minogue and Jason Donovan. That's what I'm hearing.
That is sick. That's good.
Okay,
it's got to be.
But I'm just saying, like, for example, I watch EastEnders. I'm trying to think now, how would that end? I wouldn't have a clue.
Well, wasn't there some? What was the show where some big airplane or aircraft just landed on the whole street and killed everyone? That's one way of doing it.
Yeah, but that wasn't even the end of it. That was they just had a plane crash. I think it was Emmerdale or one of the big. So even
You're right. It's hard, isn't it? Because like Dallas, how did Dallas end? I mean, there was that bit about Bobby just dreaming, all of a sudden appearing in a shower and going, "Oh, this is all a dream." But that was at the end. I don't know. I was too little to know about things like that.
No, exactly. I don't think you can. I think you've got to leave it in a way like the magic goes on. And if anything, what you have is you have some sort of story where Kylie and Jason then reminisce about everything that's gone on.
No, but it still has to end. No, but the reminiscing has to end. Like, so the problem. I think this is the problem that like even all series nowadays have. Like, so Game of Thrones. I never watched it, but people were moaning, "Oh, what a rubbish ending." Even Ozark, brilliant show, and yet people were underwhelmed. Oh, it was a rubbish ending.
Same. Power's the same.
Yeah. Like, so I don't think anyone's ever happy with an ending.
No, but that's exactly it. So maybe what you really need is kind of it left open sort of spiritual thing about life. Maybe it's like life. Look, people come, people go, people die. And what's sad about the age that we're at is a lot of the people that we grew up watching are unfortunately passing away. So you realize it's the end of that era. And in a way, Neighbours passing away is the end of another era. It's like, it's that thing that's always been in our life. Neighbours at 37 years is older than Seinfeld. It's older than Simpsons. It's older than Saved by the Bell. It's older than Baywatch. Yeah, it's older than you. It's older than I'm trying to think of old shows. Remember Doogie Howser, MD?
Oh, Doogie Howser was brilliant.
I think coming in, Kedge, let's have your happy ending. How would your happy ending be?
Oh, don't ask Kedge about happy endings. That's something different.
For Neighbours?
Yeah.
If I was the scriptwriter and I had to end it, I would say I would do it. I would go extreme. I would go so extreme that but it'd be nice, and it would be something like
what, like
that Boris Johnson and the Australian PM have decided that we're going to take back all the people from Australia back into England. And we want to now make Australia a new country, and so all these people have to come back to England. and that would be the end. So everyone from Ramsay Street has to now go and live in Rowland Street in northwest London, and that's it. So you don't know, they're not dead, but they've all moved to England, and that's it. And that would be a good ending.
I like it. I like the creativity, Kedge. I think I'd like that.
Considering you just put me on the spot, I mean, what else am I supposed to?
So, but also that allows them to kind of, all right. Maybe on that note, the street could get bought out by a casino, and everyone's got to get moved out, so they all go off on their own little journeys, and then you've got potential spin-offs.
See, I'd go. An asteroid comes and just takes out Ramsay Street. That's it. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, but would you be happy that? Would you be happy with that as a viewer?
Like action, innit? A bit of action at the end is lovely. But I was thinking about it. I'm not really a series man, but then I was thinking about it with sort of films, and I was like, what film did I think was awesome? And then the ending was a bit meh.
Any Bollywood film?
No. I'm talking about British film, like UK film. Yeah. The Italian Job.
What was wrong with that?
The old one. You know the
original.
I forgot how it ends. So. Well, how does it end then?
What do you mean you forgot how it ends? The bus is hanging off the cliff.
Yeah. Oh, is that where it ends, though?
Yeah. And I was like, well, I want to know what happens next. Why has it ended there?
Well, that's not a rubbish ending, though, Sach.
Well, I was a bit like, I'd be happy if they just had the gold and they just went off into the sunset with it.
Well, but then that's for you, and I think that's the beauty of what.
So what you liked it when they were hanging off the edge of the cliff?
Yeah. Yeah, and it just ends, and then it's up to you. It's Sach makes the ending, and I think that's the magic of it.
Yeah, I think it's where you've got to piece it together.
Yeah, and you piece it how you want to piece it. It could be good, it could be bad.
Yeah, or something genius links it all up. Or maybe like you realise that, because I remember Ramsay Street, it was a cul-de-sac. It was the first time I heard the phrase cul-de-sac. So maybe it's not, and you realise it's a secret door, and it just opens and you go, wow.
Or it was going to be mowed over, and there was going to put a massive motorway through it.
Yeah. Or it turns out it was all just taking place in a massive sack, and it was cul-de-sac. It was yesterday's sack or tomorrow's sack. Okay, the sack, cul-de-sac.
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 But
that sounds like a dish
of endings and shows ending. Also, Love Island comes to an end.
Week.
And I know none of us are real big fans of it, although, maybe a couple of us, maybe just me, might have been dipping in and out of it every now and then.
Can you watch it? I know you watch it. Don't even say dipping in and out.
I just know certain people like Davide and Ekin-Su and stuff like that. But I don't know like names of all of them or anything like that. But the thing is that it's not, Love Island is Love Island.
Love Island is one of them shows. Like in the boys' WhatsApp group chat with all of us, it's like, oh yeah, it's just on in the background because someone else is watching it. No, bruv, you're watching it.
Yeah, that's
you say that.
Yeah,
all of my mates are like,
you can't use Love Island as I don't watch it, I'm cleverer than you. You just can't do that. It doesn't. You can't rank your IQ level just because you watch it or you don't watch it. But what I was intrigued about is that there's this news that Love Island is going to be now being brought back as like a spin-off version of it, but for middle-aged people.
Oh wow!
And is it set in Ramsay Street? That would be amazing.
That would be amazing. But do we want to see that?
I think I'm going to say it. The main thing about Love Island and why people watch it is because there's hot looking people on it, girls and guys.
Yeah.
So who's going to want to watch a mid 30 to 40-year-old?
Mid 30?
God, I don't know.
I think they're going.
Well, 40. All right, 40-year-old Buddha on the telly. Like, who wants to watch? Ked, if you want it, I wouldn't watch it.
I'm not a mid 50-year-old.
Mid 40. So so are you saying they're going to do it? They're going to do Love Island, but just with older people? I thought you were going to say that Love Island is drawing in older people.
No. They're going to do it with the middle-aged contestants. So, still looking for love, maybe. But what I guess the obvious advantage to it is that they've grown up. They're not going for that superficial thing. It's not there'll be a bit more chat. There'll be a bit more conversation to it. I'm guessing there might be less sort of the bitchiness and the horribleness about it because there'll be less of that. People get on because you've grown and you've experienced life a little bit more.
But then who cares? I'm sorry, you might as well just put a camera in that old people's home.
I don't think it's more old people's home. I think it's more like, that's like sort of saying, oh, we're going to do crufts, but for old dogs. Like, well, they're gonna do less. They're gonna do less. They're not. Yeah, and they're not gonna look as good. Their gloss isn't gonna be as shiny.
But this is the thing.
What appeals about this is what Sach said. Is even when so I've started watching it, which is so weird.
Oh, there we go. There we go. He's the closet.
At least he's admitted it though.
Yeah. And I'll be honest, I've got all the same excuses. So I was sitting there quietly when you went, oh, someone else is watching it. So my wife's niece who lives with us, she watches it.
Oh,
it's on Series Link. But I ain't gonna lie, when it's on, it hooks me in 30 seconds. Hooks me in. Partly because I'm checking out the guys as well, because their bodies are like amazing.
Oh my God, this guy.
All of the guys, I'm telling you, let me just get this off my chest. All of the guys in there could be personal trainers or full-on
models.
Full-on fitness. But fitness models, and the girls aren't wafy thin. The girls they look like they work out, they do their aerobics or fitness stuff. So these are healthy looking people.
No, I wouldn't say healthy.
No one's skinny. It's not like models, you know.
I wouldn't say that's healthy what they're doing.
Yeah, it is. They're physically fit, bruv. They're physically fit. No one is a waif. No one is like a skinny little rake or trying to do the modeling thing.
But being skinny rake doesn't mean that you're not healthy. I'm sorry. I
not
don't
necessarily.
think. I don't think what they're doing is healthy.
But all these lot look like what you'd want to look like in your prime. And I think that's what appeals.
So as you're both sort of watchers of this, what's the reason why you watch it?
See, I don't know. I was wondering that, Sach, because there's a magic to the show. And I think it's because
when I see it for 30 seconds, I want to kick the telly in. I hate
not
it.
at all. You know what? You're impatient, Sach. That's your problem. Like it's
a story. It's a story, Sach. You got to get into the stories of the characters. I think that's what it is. You got to buy in.
I find it fascinating. It's a bit like being at the zoo. You're like,
it's like Big Brother, isn't it?
Your mind works. Look at the way you think. Look at the way you do things. Like I've never been like that. Like one of them the other day, she was like, look at the way she's looking at me. I mean, look at the way she look at me. What's that about? She keeps looking over this way. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm going to tell her, if you can't see me, I'm going to send you to Specsavers. I'm going to send you to and they all laugh at this kind of crap joke.
That is a really rubbish. See, that's what I mean. I can't handle rubbish jokes like that.
Yeah, I know.
But that's the next generation, Sach. That is that era of people.
What, rubbish jokes?
Well, it's
the simplicity of it.
It's that basicness. But once you get middle-aged people, for me, I just think, do you want to, at the end of the day, you're going to get middle-aged people there in shorts and in bikinis and all of that. And is that the kind of thing that you want to see? Because you know what, like Tommy's been banging on, they're all physically fit and everything like that. Once you get middle-aged, you're not going to be physically fit. You're not going to be at the prime of your shapes and all of that kind of thing. There's going to be a lot of, dangling. And moving around.
Actually, what they might do is might just find, as they can do, like 20 incredible 4-year-olds.
No, but I don't think that's
look 25.
But then you're just doing Love Island for older people that look like they're 20. That doesn't make sense.
I don't think that's right. I think you should embrace that. And if you've got whatever, a bit of a tid or whatever it is that which is not your usual Love Island thing, then let it hang out.
Yeah. So
just go for it, because everyone likes different things, and everyone needs all shapes and sizes need loving.
Yeah. So Gulab Jamun Island, just like all just
when Gulab Jamun meets a pendo.
Yeah, exactly. There's all dessert, cakes, kebab
you
shops.
Just go for it. No one works out. Fancy 6 donuts. Yeah, come on then, darling. And then that's it.
Does Love Island exist in India?
Oh. That would be
because brilliant. All the other shows do, like your Next Top Model and all of that jazz. I've seen it over there. So why is this not happening over there?
Seema Andy hosting Love Island.
It's nothing to do with Seema Andy.
Mud Island, because that's just of Bombay. Mud Island,
just
India. And it would just be
it wouldn't be Seaman, dude. It'd be the same equivalent of the host. What's the host?
It'd be someone trendy, someone
Malika Aurora, slightly older.
She's a bit old as well. Someone young.
Are you talking about middle-aged?
No, I'm just talking about Love Island India.
Love Island India. Oh, well, then in that case, it would probably be like Sonam Kapoor, wouldn't it?
Something along those lines.
Yeah.
Maybe even younger. I'm telling you now, they'll probably get some 19-year-old
it'll probably be Shah Rukh Khan's daughter then, probably, innit?
Yeah, exactly. It'd be like that. It'd be one of the Bachchan daughters, whatever. But then those guys, they can bitch, they can do all that same stuff, and they'll do the same. They'll have the same conversations. It'd be the same.
Love Island India would go absolutely flip mode. I'm telling you, because all of that sort of naughty stuff, under the covers, all of that kind of stuff. Can you imagine? That would bring India to an absolute standstill. Forget the cricket. This would be absolute standstill.
Can I say that? Because in Love Island, imagine this. in the episode I watched the other day, they were doing like dare things. They're pulling out the dares, and they said to this one guy, lick a girl of your choice from her toe to her head. He started on her bad. My guy had all 5 toes in his mouth.
Leave it out.
Right?
Leave
Like
it
that.
out.
Then he licked her full bad, ankle, calf, thigh, went up, and then they started snogging. Then he kissed her forehead at the end. I was like, oh my God. Like that. And this is where you realize you're old. I'm like, that's someone's daughter. You know, that's.
Oh my God, here we go.
Yeah, here we
bringing
go.
out all the.
I tell you,
Uncle Tommy's bringing out.
Because I was like, I'm telling you, but I'm not afraid to say it. I was stunned, I was shocked, and I wasn't like, not in a, oh wow, this is really good telly, or oh yeah, it's just being shocking. I was like, that's not right. You never need to see that on the telly.
That's what the show's about, though, Tommy.
What have you been watching?
No, a bad in the mouth. At no point do you need bad in your mouth. There's no lesson.
Bird in your mouth. Bird in your mouth. I love it. That is it. Bird in your mouth.
Toes in your mouth. Don't have dotos in your mouth. That's it. That's what I'm saying. Keep them out.
Right. Well, maybe one of the hosts could be. I mean, why does it have to be a female? Maybe it could be Ranveer Singh, who's been,
he's ready for it, mate.
We've seen more than his toes recently.
Well, I mean, trending topic of the last week, because like, I thought for a minute he was in England, while we were suffering in 40 degrees heat. And that's why, because let's face it, we were all a little bit Ranveer Singh last week, weren't we, in 40 degrees? I mean, we were all running
tell
around.
everybody who doesn't know, Kedge, what is the Ranveer Singh?
I mean, if you don't know, then there's a massive problem with you. I don't know where you're living, under a rock, but Ranveer Singh has been posting all these Nanga Panga photos of himself with pretty much not a lot on, and he's just rolling around a Chinese carpet, just enjoying the threads of that red carpet. And it's a proper sort of like paisley kind of. I've got a carpet a bit like that. I did think about recreating the poses and just posting them up. You should.
Yeah.
And now, this is going back to that whole older people doing Love Island. We don't want to see that Sag.
True. and also, like Ranveer Singh, he's ripped and lean.
He's a good-looking guy, yeah.
No, but if you're lying on your stomach, no one cares if you're ripped or lean. Yeah. All you're going to see is a little buttock shot and your legs. No, that doesn't matter.
No one wants to see that. But the one thing I did see, when I saw that, I thought immediately, if we were on the radio, Kedge should be doing those poses.
I feel honoured that you think that I would be the right person to do that. I feel honoured. Thank you.
So the poses is one of him sort of squatting on the carpet, completely naked, and he's kind of knees up, so you don't see any of his little the dingling of the sing. Yeah. You just get his kind of thigh, and then there's one where he's almost like sprawled out on the carpet, like you say, face down.
Yeah, that was the pose for the heat wave in the UK, wasn't it? Really, that's how all of us were last week. We were all a little bit Ranveer Singh.
Yeah, all a little bit, but kind of artistically done. The man's in the prime shape of his life, pretty much. I don't think he's looked much. He's been consistently looking quite good body wise for years now. So if you were Ranveer Singh, would you not do that? If you had his body.
Okay, that's the question. If I was Ranveer Singh, would I do that?
Yeah, and don't forget, he's quite arty. He's quite zany. He's quite out there. He's the number one. He's probably number one right now for male.
You have to be in his headspace, isn't it?
Yeah, I wasn't sure about the poses.
So what would you want?
So you'd have done it, but different poses?
Maybe, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, some of the poses were just a bit like, bruv, what are you doing? Like, what? Why? It looks like you're possessed.
Sach, you're not allowed to be on all fours holding your bum cheeks open. That does not count as a pose.
I'm just saying, like, what were the poses about? That's all right. I understand.
It was very arty farty.
Was he part of like a competition where you go and you show off your muscles? I don't know. Some of the poses were a bit like that.
He did some normal ones where he's just sitting there with his knees up and his arms resting on his knees, like sort of slightly half-crossed legs and everything like that. And then there was that sprawler. And then he was wearing juddies in some of them as well, like a thong type-esque thing, black sort of nappy thing. I'll tell you, for me...
a nappy.
A black nappy.
No, but for me, I don't understand what the big hoo-ha was, really. If you look at it, I mean, because the thing is, we're talking about this on the podcast because it's Ranveer Singh, right? Now, you could get a female actress done the same. We would not have spoken about it.
No, I think we would have.
We wouldn't have. We wouldn't have. I mean, what many.
If
We
Deepika
don't
was sprawled out,
talk about Poonam Pandey on this podcast, do we?
no, but Poonam Pandey isn't the number one actress in India. She just gets her Pandey Patile out for the camera. But I'm sure she's lovely. I've never met her, but I'm just saying this is the number one actor. This is like Brad Pitt,
I've got a
Angelina
number.
Jolie.
Is that for you?
Huh?
I've got a number. Shall we get her on the podcast?
Who? Poonam.
Yeah.
PP.
Yeah.
I'm down with OPP. And
I
with other
was
people's
chasing
Pandey.
her down for when we were on your breakfast show. I was very close. He was going to be between her or Sunny Leone. Both of them were very interested in coming on the show.
Well,
wow.
We just weren't around long enough.
no. we didn't. Hold on. Are you saying we didn't last long enough for Sunny Leone and Poonam Pandey?
That's the headline.
That's often the problem.
That
I'm
is
just
the
saying,
problem.
if it was a number one female actress, I think we would. But it was just very art housey, and I just thought, oh, that's interesting. It's controversial. Like, look, if
It's
you
not
had,
controversial, though, is it?
I don't think it is, and I think people have made it controversial.
Yeah, I just
no,
think what,
you got to realize
on him.
it is
Go for it,
controversial. It is controversial, bruv, because I'm telling you, of the
why?
because of
Why?
the
Yeah.
1.5 billion people in India, 1 billion of them will go, what the hell is he doing?
No, but
What?
but
They just won't even
we can-
understand why he would do that. Amitabh Bachchan would not do that. Shatrughan Sena would not do that.
Chunky
Joginder
Pandey.
would not do that. Yeah, Chunky, exactly. Mayor Mittal would not do that. They would like these.
My God.
Yeah,
my God.
Dun. The actor from
Dun.
back in the day.
Yeah.
Remember, Johnny Lever would not do that. Or Johnny Lever probably would do. Johnny Lever should recreate.
Johnny Lever should recreate.
He could.
Yes.
He could pull it off.
Yes. So
No,
I think
it's
people have just made a big deal out of it, and good on him.
good on him. Yeah, I mean, if women do it, men do it. It's power to everyone, and do what you want to do. Embrace your body, and don't wait to appear on Middle Age Love Island. Let's just whack it out while you can.
Brilliant.
Definitely.
And we move on to things we learned this week.
Yeah. Can I kick things off?
Yeah,
Go
Kick
for it.
things off, right? This is a good one. I came across this because where was it? Because I made a note of it on my phone. So I've obviously read it somewhere. I think it might have been an article that came up, or maybe I saw something which triggered me. But it said, chewing with your mouth open makes food taste better.
Oh,
So next time you
I
see
don't know
someone
about
going,
that.
"Mwah, mwah,
I don't know about that.
yeah,
Is
chill
that true?
I'm gonna, again, I know I'm getting old because I'm moaning about the trains. I'm moaning about how, I'm talking about how young Love Island people look and why I watch it. And also now I'm saying, but I find people chewing with their mouth open quite disgusting. I
Here
tell
we
the
go.
boys, if the boys ever do it, Milo and Logan, they, close your mouth, wait till you finish. You can speak then, all that kind of stuff. That goes on. But it says scientists done that. They said chewing with your mouth open actually helps to release more of the volatile organic compounds contributing to our sense of smell and the overall perception. Meat, fruit, vegetables, they all contain volatile organic compounds such as esters, ketones, terpenoids, and aldehydes, which make up a dish's characteristic aromas and flavors. So by opening your mouth, you then circulate more of that. You heighten the flavor and the taste of it. You'll have a better meal if you chew with your mouth open. Although you may be eating on your own because nobody's going to want to have you around.
Wow. Okay.
Can I share another one? Because this kind of relates to food.
Go on.
This is great. This was on TikTok, right? And it just came up. Your tongue, this is brilliant, and one that everyone can take part in this. Your tongue knows the taste of everything. Just if you look at it, imagine licking it, your tongue will send that sensation to your brain. So look at something, a piece of wood, the door on the
Why are
wood.
you showing us your foot?
Yeah, right. Imagine licking my foot. No, but like if you imagine the plastic on the computer. You imagine I'm looking around the table, that kind of a box in the corner of the room, whatever.
Kedge, put your tongue back in your mouth.
Focus on it. No, I'm serious. This is amazing, and you will start to get that sensation in your brain. It's amazing. Your
That is
tongue
a bit right.
already knows. So the fact was that your tongue knows what things taste like just before. Look around the room. Imagine licking it. You'll know that feeling straight away. I think it's amazing.
It's very funny you're talking about sort of licking and chewing and tasting stuff, because my fact is also about that this week. And what I learned was, so if you chew gum while you're sort of studying or revising, and then you chew that gum while you're doing the exam, it sort of brings back your memory and it jogs your memory.
Hold on, you mean the actual same piece of gum?
Yes. So if it's like the same flavour. So say if you're having like, I don't know, like a strawberry bubba. Remember them?
Yeah.
And then you have that same one when you're in the exam sort of hall. It kind of stores that information that goes with that taste. So when you have it again, it comes out on the paper.
I tell you, I can see that. You know what that is? That's that whole correlation thing. You know when they say, oh, in order to remember the order of cards or people's names you associate with, like, you know, John, he's got long hair. Oh, he's long gone John. That's his name. You know, you remember you remember his. Same thing. That's a sensation smell.
And I was thinking about it. I was like, why did no one tell me this when I was in school?
Yeah, true.
You know
we weren't allowed to eat chewing gum because I'd swallow it and then the tree would grow out of my stomach or something.
Obviously, you weren't allowed to, but everyone did, didn't they, Kedge?
I wasn't allowed.
Oh,
I wasn't given access to it. I was a very strict school.
What do you mean you weren't given access to it?
Well, we just weren't allowed. It's just not allowed.
Kedge was at a very strict boarding school, wasn't he?
Yeah. But I wouldn't have lasted in your school, Kedge. Like, at all.
No, mate, you wouldn't have got in. Don't worry about that.
Oh, sorry.
Shots fired.
See, that's arrogance, Sach. That's that grammar school arrogance. We're not about that, Sach.
Exactly.
East and South London right here.
I went straight NHS school, honestly.
Same here, man. Same here.
Okay, so the thing...
Nothing wrong with it either.
Exactly. If anything, you're the disappointment, Kedge, because you've ended up with us.
I know.
Exactly. You're in our world.
I was supposed to be a doctor. Anyway, so the thing that I've learned this week, and it's really interesting, and it's from one of these, I don't know who it was exactly, but it was one of these motivational speakers, and I'm not a fan of motivational speakers because I just think they talk a lot of nonsense, but this was quite interesting because you can apply it in different things in your life. But the example he gave is that if you've got 1,000 of something, right? He goes, if you double it 10 times, you get to 1 million. So it's 10 doubles and you get to 1 million.
Yeah.
And I thought, that's really interesting. I like that. Because when you go as it's only 10 doubles and you get to 1 million, that's like, well, that's not very difficult. Do you see what I mean? So if you break it down as if you got 1,000 and you double it 10 times, you get 1 million. But you can start with 1 and you get 10 doubles and you get 200. And it's like, I think that's a brilliant thing to just take on board in life with whatever it is, not necessarily money.
In what capacity?
He was talking about money. He was talking about money. But what, like, you know, customers, whatever, if you're starting your own business or whatever it is, you know, you sell 1, then if you can double it next month, you go on 2, double it again.
Kedge, how is this a thing you've learned, mate?
Well, I didn't know that.
Kedge this week, from his grammar school background, learned how to count.
10 doubles.
This is
10 doubles gets you to 1 million from 1,000. I thought, wow, you know, sometimes you think 1 million is miles away. And I thought, well, actually, it's 10 doubles. And actually, that's okay.
Yep.
So that's doable.
I think you sound like you've had about 3 or 4 doubles already, maybe Jack Daniels.
Exactly.
You just keep going.
Doubles. I'm missing it. The amount of drinks events that I'm getting invited to, and I'm just going, yeah, I'll be there with my lime and fizzy water.
Have you stopped? Have you stopped now? That's it.
Yeah, I haven't had. It's now going on to 2 months.
Oh, wicked, Kedge.
I feel like Tommy Sandu.
We are. Look, this is the sober load right now.
It is honestly.
It's the clean load.
It's yeah. I'm getting excited by non-alcoholic gin at the moment, and I thought, what's the point of even trying it?
Yeah.
Well, I think maybe you should next week have a drink because then your things you've learned might be a bit more interesting.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit. Look, after you cussed him for his schooling, that's it. It's actually going in now.
That's it.
And not only that, while I was obviously at the cooking thing all over the weekend, I'm eating all the vegetarian food, and even when I'm on my own, I'm having veggie burgers, veggie falafel, veggie. I'm turning to Kedge. Kedge is turning to me, and Sach is somehow just trying to holding on to his sanity in the middle.
Well, Sach is thinking about being the next Ranveer Singh. Be careful, he's thinking about poses, so you never know.
I'm not thinking about it. I'm not thinking about it.
Easter Night Magazine. You never know.
I'm just bigging him up. Good on you.
Good again. Thank you, and good on you too. Thank you. Next week I'll be in Canada. So we will find a way of doing the podcast from there. And maybe I would have already gone to Wonderland. No. Am I going at the end of the trip? I'm not sure. I'll work out how long my 8 free tickets are valid for, and I'll let you know. But thank you, Wonderland. Very excited in case they're listening about coming to spend my trip with you guys. So I'll see you on the other side of Canada, but we'll speak next week as usual. Is that all right, lads?
Laters.
Nice
yes,
one.
mate.
Have fun.
Laters.